Alright, welcome back. Now, for this game, it's been a little while, so I do want to give a little bit of context. I actually had finished this chapter, but I'm redoing it because there was an issue with my old laptop, where, long story short, the video was borderline unwatchable. Now, having said that, where I brought this video up to is exactly where the last video that's currently up left off. Having said that, let's start actually moving around and doing things, right? Now, for anyone that might be new here, basically, I'm investigating a forest because there is a cult about honeybees and they drill holes into people. It's very, very not good. I go to open the door, and my hand gets coated with a sticky liquid. It smells sweet. Is this honey? Why would there be honey on a doorknob? Mystified, I step inside the cottage. How about that? It's clean. You could spend a night here, easy. I ignore Show's rambling and take a good look around the cottage. I'm not sure why, but something feels off. It takes me 2 seconds to figure it out. It's too clean. Huh? Show looks at me, startled. Don't you think it's strange? Why would a building that's been abandoned for so long be this clean inside? I don't even have to look to know his face just turned 3 shades whiter. You're saying someone lives here? I don't know for sure, but it's possible someone comes here occasionally. That, or I immediately start shining my flashlight on places of interest. What do you think is in this bag? It's pretty big. How should I know? If you're so interested in it, why don't you open it already? Show gives me the go-ahead, so I open up the burlap sack. Before I can stop it, it loses its balance and topples to the floor. Let me just do a quick check real quick. I'll be right back in 1 second. Okay, I had a feeling. Sorry about that. I think my curse was getting captured for a little bit. Reason for that is this game in particular, for some reason, demands that I use, like, display capture instead of just recording the game that I'm playing, which means it captures my whole screen. Sorry about that. Before I can stop it, it loses its balance and topples to the floor. Show's eyes open wide, aghast. Oh. Ah! I can't I can't do a scream like that well. It's weird to do a scream while doing a voice at the same time. What rolls out onto the floor is a corpse. A woman. What's with that body? Her body is drilled through with countless holes. A sharp, cylindrical tool must have gouged them. Even odder, her whole body appears to be covered in liquid. A thick, sweet scent fills the air, strong enough to make you want to cough. Is this honey? honey. On a corpse? Why? He's not really asking me, obviously. There's no way I'd know. All I do know is we need to get out of here as soon as possible. Let's hurry and search the rest of the cottage. What? You're gonna look around? What are we gonna do about this? He's not expecting us to take it, is he? Close the bag and put it back. That's all we can do. Come on, help me out. Hey, this isn't the time to be freaking out. Who's freaked out? Sweating profusely, we managed to get the job done. We still need to search the rest of the cottage. New info was added to the spirit file. Corpse in the cottage. Alright, so let's start looking around. Two things there. There's the light. There's the two books on the table. A box. A red toolbox. Okay, let's start with here. I remove the lid and look inside, but all I find is dust. Okay. Bottles of drugs are all in a line. Labels say Night Night. Most of the bottles are empty. I shake each one, and luckily find one that still has some left inside. Got Night Night. Okay. It's a metal a metal toolbox, I'm sorry. There's a thin layer of dust built up on the outside. No one has touched it for a long time. It's locked. There's no way to open it. Okay, that box is going to be important later on, so let's make a bit of a mental note to kind of come back here later because it's locked. I peek through a crack to see if anything's inside, but it seems to be empty. Okay, now we got two books. It's an old notebook. The cover says, Honeybee Family Notes. Make hive, new body. Smear honey all over. Ferment honey, get stinky liquid. Drawn by smell, honeybee enter hive. And feeling it does the same thing. That looks like some useful information. Should I rip it out and take it with me? Yeah, sure. Tore out the page. Got Honeybee Family Notes 1. It's an old notebook that cover says Honeybee Family Notes. Honeybees are our friends. Make them amiable with medicine from the sprayer. If they get mad, pay attention to the direction the hive is facing. Awakened honeybees leave the hive in the direction of the sun. Okay. That seems like valuable information. Pay attention to the direction the hive is facing. They leave in the direction of the sun. Tore out the page. Alright. Last thing would be like the light, I would say. The switch at the base of the light bulb, but it doesn't turn on. Maybe it's broken. That's probably everything. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I think it's time to retreat. Before I enter, No, there's nothing of interest there. Oops. And I'm not seeing anything super important quite yet. So now it's time to finally start pushing forward on this trail. Let's take a little look around first. Which actually, I remember before the encounter with the very unhappy man, I think those flowers were red, weren't they? Wonder what happened there. Something's written in magic marker. Say the opposite of the truth. You'll be followed. I see the entrance to the beast trail off to the side. I don't care about the beast trail right now. Okay. Time to press forward. As we continue through the dense forest, a pained cry suddenly echoes among the trees. A little hand. Okay. Darn ghosts. There's an arm-like pattern on the bark. Is this even a natural occurrence? Well, obviously it's not a natural occurrence, dude. How do whatever. I look around the tree and find a talisman on the exact opposite side of the tree from the pattern. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. Got soul power. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. Okay. That's excellent. Because I'm not going to give away too much about this since I'm kind of like redoing these videos for this chapter. But I remember I was having such a hard time with soul power my first time through. It was rough. I had like nothing the whole time. And that's basically your life meter for anyone that's unfamiliar. So it's basically like playing a video game with like 1 HP for like 4 hours straight. It sucked. It's a grave marker placed to honor suicide victims. Something's written in Sanskrit, but the letters are blurry. Just looks like a stain. Off to the side, I notice a thin trail. Found the beast trail. Thought so. There's one here, too. Come on, let's go. I follow Sho into the bushes. I'm not even gonna attempt to scream. I'm just not good at screaming. Especially because, to be honest, it's like 1:30 in the morning right now. So I have to be a little mindful of my volume. Oops. Sho spots something and stumbles, falling backward onto me. At the same time, every single hair on my body stands on end. I quickly look down and find something is clinging onto my ankles. Its expression anguished. Which actually, how do you hide the text? I think it's, oops, it seems to be eager to speak with me. To me, I'm sorry, but its voice is incredibly hard to decipher. And this place, pitch, something like goon, can't see anything. What's it saying? Wait, that grave marker said to say the opposite of the truth. But what's the opposite of the truth? Does that mean I'm supposed to lie? Well, that part's pretty obvious. Live or die. Hey, wait. Are you lifeless too? As a matter of fact, I am. It looks sad and lonely. Right. Only the dead are here. I hear another voice at my feet. Am I dead? I don't believe it. I don't understand. I. Tell me, am I dead? Well, clearly not. In fact, I'll say I've never seen you so alive in my life. No way. I still have to suffer. It looks sad and lonely. I hear yet another voice at my feet. Someone, please listen. I want to live. I want to live. I want to live. I'm alive. You can just step on the ghost. What would that even do? That's right, I'm alive. I'm alive. The voice sounds like it passes through me and is then sucked into the ground. I think I survived the encounter. Okay. The next thing I know, the shadow clutching at my ankles is gone. Survived. Easy survival. Sho stands there, his face deathly pale. No way. I saw it. God, it was so clear. It's okay. It's over now. Right. Old man. What? You're awesome. Well, he's certainly straightforward. Sure. Let's go. Yeah. Okay, so before I head down that trail, I do want to take the time to travel forward as well. See what's going on at this dead end. There's a box. Okay. There's a wooden box that probably used to contain a beehive. I carefully approach it, but I don't see any bees. Okay. I open the box. I find a metal tool inside. Got crowbar. Huh? What's this doing here? Why not grab it? Crowbar for the red metal box. Open the box with the crowbar. I think that's the way to go. Alright. It's crowbar time. Let's give it a try. I take out the crowbar and shove it under the lid of the toolbox. I put pressure on it, using it as a lever. The toolbox pops open. Got sprayer. Now I can use a variety of drugs. Very nice. Manipulators will themselves be manipulated. What's that thing? The sudden voice makes me jump, but I shake it off and turn toward him. It's a tool that sprays chemicals and pesticides. You put the container of drugs in here and then do this. I quickly demonstrate how it works. Sho scratches his face, his brow furrowed. You sure know a lot, old man. I'll let you handle it then. And now I'm suddenly in charge of it. When I want to spray a drug, I'll have to choose which drug to use. But, is this thing really that hard to figure out? I've never seen it before either, but I still knew how to use it right away. New info was added to the spirit file. Obtained a sprayer. Alright. So now I'm kind of feeling the vibe that we should be in a good condition to take a turn at the next end. Alright, let's give this a go. I step into the empty clearing. The air is filled with the buzzing of bees. There appears to be a giant beehive here. It probably wouldn't be wise to keep going without doing something about them first. Oh yeah, there's that. I take out the sprayer and hold it in one hand. I should be able to use this to spray drugs. Just the emphasis. Like, oh my god. Like, alright. It's a giant beehive. I have no idea how far this sprayer can reach, but hive's not too high up, and I should be able to reach it. Well, if you say so. Take out the night-night and put it in the sprayer. I take careful aim and spray the drug. The bee's movement gets slower. Eventually, the hive falls completely silent. Used up one bottle of night-night. I've silenced every hive in the area. Now we can pass through. Yes. All right. Way to go, old man. You got this. Man, Sho is awesome, but also he has done very little so far, which is a little tragic if I'm being honest. I would kill for him to be a little bit better. Whoa. Did you just hear some kind of animal? I heard it. It sounds familiar. Turning around, I wonder if it's... And yep, that rabbit hops in front of me. Oh, bunny. The rabbit stares at us, completely still. It's almost like it's waiting for us to follow. Hey, wait. The next thing I know, I'm rushing after it. Hey, where do you think you're going, old man? That rabbit was at H Elementary. It showed us up and guided us when we were in trouble. That's not some normal rabbit. It's definitely acting with intent. At last, the rabbit guides me to... an old Shinto torii gate. There's a shrine here? The rabbit looks back at me. Then suddenly it turns from the gate and hops into a bush nearby. Hey, old man. Don't mess with me like that. You're nuts running off like that. The hell's with that bunny anyway? Something's bothering me about it. I lost sight of it here, though. Just then, from out of the darkness, a huge swarm of bees descends on us. Shit! Watch out! There are bees everywhere. Damn! We gotta get out of here. Sho pulls my arm and we stumble back to the earlier crossroad. New info is added to the spirit file. Mysterious shrine. Wait, what direction was the shrine in? Aw, man, you can't do me like that. I mean, if I'm looking in this direction, it would be behind me? Not behind me. Was it to the right? The buzzing of bees fills the area. Looks like there's another giant beehive here. It probably wouldn't be wise to keep going without doing something about them first. Take out the spray and hold it in one hand. I do not have the drugs necessary, so I'm gonna have to turn back real quick. Um. Let's try. It says I went to the right. It's to the left on the map. Okay. Now I know where the gate is. Okay. Using the spray could calm them, but there's a beehive above the gate, too. There's no way I can spray up there. Damn. Can't do it, huh? But something might be at the shrine. True enough, but that time the rabbit brought me here, it didn't try to go inside the gate. So maybe there's no reason to force our way inside. Storm descends on us again. Crap! I'm getting out of here. Alright. We leave the gate as if being driven away. That's acceptable. So I think now is time to go down. What's up with the statues? There's a leaning Jesus statue. It's noticeably dirty, as if someone hasn't been looking after it, and moss is growing on its back. I pat around the Jesus statue to search it, and there's a strange texture on its moss-covered back. When I brush away the moss, I find a yellowed paper stuck to the statue. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. Got soul power. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. Well, this building feels very serious because this is the last place that I can go to progress. Because the other two directions both require the bees to get removed. So let's look at the shack first. There's a small crack between the doors. I can only imagine that creates a bad draft. The sliding door won't open. They seem to be locked. And I can't enter it, right? Yeah, the cottage door's locked. Well, you know what time it is. It's crowbar time. I take out the crowbar and jam it between the doors. Yeah, do it. It's the fastest way. But I can't break the lock. I throw my body weight behind the crowbar 2 or 3 times. Then there's a sound of metal breaking. What? The crowbar snaps completely into 2 pieces. Lost crowbar and got broken crowbar. Too much force, old man. At least the lock got busted too. Good. Hurry up and look inside. Well, in we go. Opened door and entered cabin. You overdid it, man. The door's a mess. You made it even harder to open now. I push the door open and step inside, only to run into something. Stop. Don't come any closer. If you come any closer, I'll sue. A woman has backed up in a defensive stance. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. If you try anything, I'll... Shut up, old lady. Old? At show's roar, the woman shrieks and falls silent, eyes wide. It's incredibly rude, but honestly, I'm grateful. We wait for the woman to calm down before asking what she's doing here. Forgive me. It was all a misunderstanding, on my part. I'm Christy Arimura, freelance news anchor. Though I haven't done much recently. Wait, I've seen you. You're that woman that was in the news. Wow, it's really true. Celebrities are more beautiful in person. Cut that out. This isn't the time for flattery. She says that, but she doesn't sound that upset. She seems to love being complimented. Anyway, what are you doing out here? Her expression clouds over. Well, Sho huffs at me. You really have to ask. You lost your tact in your old age. Masao Kimura's face comes to mind. That's right. This place is... I was going to die. Yes, I know full well just how stupid that is. But sometimes that's the only choice you have left. I should have known better. Such a thoughtless question passed my lips. I wish I could blame the mark for this. Oh yeah, I heard something about you fooling around with another celebrity. Not that I care about that stuff. That's why I came out here, so I wouldn't cause trouble for anyone. At the very end, I thought about calling someone, but couldn't, so I made up my mind. But then, in the forest... I have a bad feeling about this. What was in the forest? A huge man. An extremely huge man. No, actually, I'm not sure if he was really human or not. But I saw a figure like that. Then, I suddenly got scared. So I ran into this cottage. I'm here to... That sounds a little risky to say on YouTube. And I just run from danger. I'm a riot. What's wrong? You two aren't saying anything. That's the same as what I... Yeah. Christy must have seen Shimi-O. Which means she must also... Have you gotten a weird scar recently? One that stings every now and then. I know the answer just from her reaction. How do you know? I only just noticed it in myself. There's a strange bite mark on my palm. This is crazy. Someone receives the mark when they're already planning suicide. The height of irony. Hey, old man. What are we supposed to do now? That lady came to off herself, you know. Is there any point in helping her? Help me. Once more, I have to be mindful about some of the things I say. I'm not going to myself anymore. I swear. So please, I'm terrified of him. Her eyes are serious. She must mean what she says. It might only be a temporary change of heart, but... Alright, we'll help you. Our home base is Cujo Mansion. We need to go. Stop messing with the flashlight, old man. What? What's happening? The light won't turn on. This has happened before, but back then... I got it to go back on right away. This time it's not working. Once more, I can't do that scream. Due to like the hour. What was that? A noise from behind the cottage. Is something there? Shit, it's no use. I give up on the flashlight and stuff it in my bag. But what's the plan now? Do we bunker down in this cottage we can't even lock up? Or we have to run out of the forest? Are you insane? Staying here would be suicide. This place is strangely clean. That means someone is coming here. You mean he comes here? Let's go. We walked all the way here. We should know how to get back. You're seriously going? Are you mad? Sorry, but we're out of time. Stay here if you want. I won't stop you. We step out into the pitch blackness. Damn it. I can hardly see. Anyway, we need to go straight back to the entrance with no detours. We've got no idea where he could be waiting for us. The words leave me in a rush. If I hadn't spit them out, I'd never finish. My voice is starting to shake too much. New info was added to the spirit file. A mark bearer in a cottage. Okay. So, luckily, I have a really good sense of direction. We're at a fork already. Which way? Where do we want to go? I think east. We came from the east. Okay. Once more, can't really scream. Don't yell, old lady. Something's coming closer. We need to get out of here fast. Okay, so we go to the east. Went to the right. Cut through brush, went down trail. Another fork? Which way this time? South. It's south. The exit should be straight ahead from there. Oh. Quiet. Something's passing through the bushes right by us. Shit. Is he following us? Even if he is, we have to keep going. This is nuts. No way we can just stand around anymore. Right, let's go. Alright, and to the south. And one thing I want to mention while I'm doing this actually really quick, it's a little bit of a bummer that they tell you the direction, because that does trivialize this a little bit. Wait a second. Christy suddenly stops. What's wrong? Someone's coming. I'm telling you, someone's coming. Out from the darkness jumps Mashida. Yeah, literally. So this is where you were. You're closer than I thought. Wait, why are you here? Had a bad feeling, so I grabbed a car and made my way here. Looks like you're in a rough spot. You can say that again. Anyway, we're on our way back. Good plan. Mashida glances over at Christy. Run now, explain later. We gotta get out of here. We reach the entrance safe and sound. The creepy murder on the arch is such a familiar sight now. And I don't fully recall if I had made this note in the videos that are still up, or if this was in like the ones that I'm redoing, but thankfully I have some fairly rudimentary knowledge of Japanese, and the symbols they're using are fairly basic. So, a couple cool things. You'll notice that there's 3 characters that aren't that faded, which basically makes the word korosu, which means kill. Something that I didn't mention, and I know with absolute certainty, is I was taking a bit of a longer look at the sign when I was trying to make my way back here to do this video. And I noticed that they were using a little bit of like katakana at the end. And I was like, oh, they're using katakana. That's weird. They usually use that kind of thing for like loan words, like English loan words and that kind of thing. And it's like, I mean, I'm not even kidding when I say this. There's like a little bit like after the no character where it just says foresto. Like after the little like, it's hard to explain. You'd have to know the characters for me to really be able to direct where it is. But the last character is su. So like the one after that's like to, and the one before it's like re, and then o, and then fu, right? So it's foresto, which I thought was pretty cool. I wanted to bring mention to that because I thought it was really cool. All right. If we made it this far, then we must be. Yeah, it's all good now. Christy doesn't move. She looks worried, staring off at the forest's entrance. What's wrong? Huh? Oh. Over there. Doesn't it look like someone's there? She's looking at a picnic table, hiding in the gloom next to the gate. My gaze is drawn over, as if by magnets. What is that? The scene before me is strange. Ah, man. Poor guy that we were with. That's rough. It was a huge misshapen man with bees crawling all over his face. My eyes fixate on his mouth. He looks like he's laughing. My heart thunders painfully when I catch a glimpse of the limp figure sitting beside him. It's him. That man. He was going to... Man, with how often I'm saying this, I'm going to have to be really mindful. Masao Kimura. It's definitely him. Control those that are different, and exercise. That strange voice echoes in my head again. My vision warps. He's dead. Kimura's dead. When? Why is he on that bench? My legs give out, and when I can finally focus enough, I find myself kneeling on the ground. Old man, keep it together. It's still okay. He hasn't seen us. We have to escape while we can. I don't know how to make that k sound, but... Ugh. Christy's completely out of it. She won't move an inch unless someone drags her. Let's go. We're going to the parking lot. Quietly. Sho, you bring her. You got it. Come on, Mashida. Let's go. Mashida? He's gone. Huh? I took my eyes off of him for 2 seconds, and he's not by the bench anymore. He disappeared. The machine growls, and the undergrowth near us rustles. Gah, he's right there? Run! I don't know who's speaking. Damn you all having the same colored text. Mashida yells, scrambling away. A hollow bang rings out from behind me. A gunshot. Must be Mashida. I had no idea he had a gun. I dive headfirst into the car, slamming my head accidentally into the steering wheel. Mashida tumbles into the passenger seat last. You didn't tell me you had a gun. Why would I tell you? No time to talk now, just hit the gas. I'm trying. The engine won't start. Shit. Old man, what are you doing? Mashida looks through the front windshield at the figure approaching. Hurry it up. He's coming. Shoot it. Shoot the fucking thing. Christy cowers in the back seat, her head in her hands. Please, God. Once more, I really can't do the screams because it's now 2 in the a.m. Something bumps the hood of the car. The whole vehicle rocks violently. But then... it turned on. Go! Let's get the hell out of here. Because once more, I don't know who's talking. I need the context. Give me the name at the top of the text box. What the hell? Tires squealing. We race out of the parking lot. An unspeakable sense of relief fills the car. If feeling truly alive is a real sensation, then it most definitely feels like this. The greatest irony is that the only time you can feel truly alive is when you have a brush with death. No one speaks for a while. We're all soaking in that feeling. It's only after we've left the mountain and reached buildings again, I'm sorry, that I feel like talking. Still, I glance through the rearview mirror, and then at the passenger's seat. Both Mashida and Sho are looking out their windows. Was it really okay for you to come here? If Mary finds out. Obviously, I came with her permission. Mashida immediately retorts. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have come. I get it. Mary must have also guessed that we were in danger. So, what happened to that explanation? Who's that woman behind us? Oh, right. I tell him everything I know so far about Christy Arimura. She offers up some details as well. The moment her background comes to light, Mashida smiles coldly. Arimura. Right, now that you mention it, I do remember you. You were fired over that scandal. You. Why, I never. Should I be disgusted or amazed at his rudeness? But these scars you all have. What were they called? Marks. Thanks. So you all have these marks. What happens when you have one? Well, Mashida butts in from the passenger's seat. You die within a few days' time, suffering from something like amnesia. You zone out and your brain takes a vacation. It all happened to me. Sho scoffs. You talk like it's someone else's problem. Sho. Mashida didn't mean it like that. You can only be blunt when discussing this. Doesn't look like Sho will buy that excuse, though. Guess it really is not your problem. After all, you don't have a mark anymore. Huh? What's he talking about? Oh, well, you see. Mashida has already lost Hanahiko's mark. He's free now. So there's no good reason for him to be here with us, but... You're putting yourself in danger for the truth? I can't believe it. You're like a saint. Christie's exaggerated compliment is drowned out by Mashida's sardonic laugh. It's nothing that noble. But thanks to that, I've learned the thing I most wanted to know. And what's that? When and how people get the mark. The first time I was oblivious, but this time I was aware of it. Mashida, you don't mean... He gives me his usual crooked grin and shows me his wrist. Sure enough, his skin is blemished by a scar that looks like a spirit's bite mark. Sho cries out, a look of horror on his face. Come on. No way. Did you seriously do that? Man, give it up already. It's someone else's problem, right? So just shut it. Or wait. Was that Mashita at the end? I don't know. It's hard to tell. It really is hard to tell sometimes. Mashita, could I say something? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. You never told me you had a gun. Oh, that. He laughs scornfully and shoves a paper bag into my hands. I open the bag and find a revolver-style handgun at the bottom. If you want it, take it. That's not why I... Mashita keeps on talking without stopping to hear what I have to say. It's loaded with 5 bullets. You can hang on to it. But promise me. Promise you what? Don't use it on anything other than a spirit. Not that there's any proof it'll work on them. Of course. Have any experience with guns? There's no way I would. To be fair, I don't really know. But at the very least, right now I'm not getting the feeling that I can handle a gun. Oh. Only use it under extreme stress. With no experience, you won't hit your mark. Well, whatever. If I'm there, just leave this shooting to me. You can face the spirit some other way. Yeah, that's how it was at H Elementary, too. And for God's sake, keep it hidden. Gun possession gets you 3 years penal labor. I'd get hit with 1 to 10 myself just for giving it to you. And shooting a single bullet would get you more than 3 years, if not a life sentence. So you're telling me not to use it? No, I'm just telling you that if it's restricted that badly by the law, it's got that kind of power. Got handgun. The mark's color grows more vivid. Early dawn. A few hours left until death closes in. Welcome back, Lord Yashiki. You as well, Lord Sho. It appears that the woman with you is also a mark bearer. We introduce Christy, and then Mary proceeds to fill her in on everything. The mark after your life, the memory loss, and the spirits who curse them into the living. Christy accepts her new reality surprisingly quickly. Guess it's only natural after what she saw in the forest. I then update Mary on what we found. I see. What a close call for you. I can hear relief in her voice. But why did she let Mashita go? If you must know, after you left, Lord Mashita insisted on traveling to the forest as well. Her eyes flick over to Mashita. I'm not one to just sit around. Mashita shrugs nonchalantly. It was quite the issue. A selfish attitude like that could get all of you mark bearers killed. I normally would have refused. Did something happen? No. I admit I had a foreboding feeling. I sensed danger was closing in on you, Lord Yashiki. So he went, an emergency measure. Lord Mashita, please know that I will not allow such a thing a second time. Her cool voice was icier than usual. Mashita's so hard-headed, I wonder if she's actually getting through to him at all. Now, from what you have told me, you are positive that it was Shimi-O who gave Lord Sho his mark. Yeah, that ugly monster is definitely the huge man I saw that time. The fact that I have the mark now, too, proves it. Mashida rubs at his wrist, smirking. So, what exactly are you planning? Don't tell me you're seriously thinking of fighting that thing. There's no way you'd win. You're completely mad if you think you can. She's right. A certain someone's awesome bullets didn't even scratch it. We need a tank or something to beat that thing. Tuh. The room falls silent. I'm sure all of us are thinking about what we saw back at the forest. There's no way we can do anything about a monster like that. We have to leave it to the police. You honestly believe they'll do something? Go and make a suicide pact with that naive thinking, but leave me out of it. What? How dare you? Yo, boss. All this high and mighty talk coming from you. That mean you've got an idea how to beat it? How the hell would I know that? But I'm willing to risk my life to find one. His shout is hoarse. He's probably uneasy. Christy shivers. Sho just glares at Mashida. An awkward silence falls again. We're wasting time. We've got to do something, but... You know what? Let's turn to Mary. If I know dolls like I know dolls, they know how to take command of a conversation. There's nothing I can do but rely on a doll. I glance over at Mary. May I interject? Sounds like she read my mind. We have only a limited amount of time until dawn, when the spirit vanishes. Do what you can before then. It would be wise to gather information on Shimi-O. Yeah, you say that, but... No way we can find the needle in a haystack. We gotta have a clue first. Then, why don't we check out the bee farm that's north of H Shrine? My reports say several people have seen Shimi-O there. Hardly anyone ever goes there now, with the weird events in the forest. Why is a bee farm up there? A cult called the Honey Bee family used to live on the land. No one's there anymore, though. How come? They committed mass isekai. A mass isekai in the woods. I've heard about that somewhere. Mashida might have mentioned something similar before we entered the forest. The tabloids and gossip shows ate it up 5 years ago. They never revealed the details, though, so the public doesn't know. Oh yeah, I remember that. But my club took up all my time back then, so I don't know much. You seem to know quite a bit about the forest, Christy Aramura. Read up on it to find a primo spot? Don't be an ass. I was put in charge of the report, so I did my research. Honeybee family was very insular and secretive. I heard the mass isekai and was all of the members following their leader. New channels chalked it up to their discontent with modern society. What happened to their leader? Rumors say it was also isekai. Though, I saw an old picture of him and he was a huge, obese man. Suddenly, everyone is holding their breath. No doubt we're picturing the same thing. The monster at the forest entrance. A dead guy's come back to life? We want to go to a place with a zombie? That's totally insane. It's just like the rumors say. That forest is cursed. There's no way I could. Just standing there, the voices of isekai victims surrounded me. Shut the hell up, hag. No more words out of those lip flaps. But now it's not the only forest. Well, now it's not only the forest that's cursed, I mean. I failed to also isekai myself. And now I'm at this mansion. I'm cursed too. And so are all of you. Her mutters have a dark edge. If Shimi-O is somehow connected to Honeybee family, then the key to destroying his grudge is going to be there. Oh, right. What are you gonna do, old lady? You still want to die? I'm considering it. But I'll help you guys while I settle on my decision. I'll pass on monster fighting. Wow, you'll help? I'm shocked. If you leave your mark alone, you won't need to hike back out there. Well, I hate owing strangers. Especially pushy guys like you. She seems grateful that we saved her. There's no reason to refuse her help. We need as much help. Well, we need as much as we can get. The night is drawing to a close. The key to escaping the mark does seem to lie within the forest. Lady Christie has said Shimi-O was often seen near the bee farm. It may hold a connection to him. Good luck. New info was added to the spirit file. Temporary retreat. Okay. Let's get a save in here real quick. And just so you can see, let me give you some context here for a second. I am currently recording, it was May 30th. It was like 2 in the morning now, so it's like technically like May 31st right now of 2025. That has been how long it's been. That's crazy. And I only just got started with chapter 3, so there's no worries about being like too far in or anything. In fact, out of principle, I'll even save over the chapter 3. Look at that. But on that note, I think this is a phenomenal stopping point. So on that note, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. See ya.